Look at the base of the trunk. This is the healthiest side of the fruit body. It's still dripping with resin, but it's not producing it fast enough to heal the rest of the tree. We can boost this process by transfusing more fungal resin into it.
That might work. But how do you intend to acquire so much resin? The darkthorn has drained most of it from this area.
This fungus is spanning under the entire fungal swamp biome. The great mushroom tree is the largest fruit body that we've seen, but we should be able to gather more resin from smaller specimens that have not been attacked by darkthorn. We can then transport it here through liquid compressors and decompressors. Can you scan for an area that could potentially contain some younger resin trees?
Please wait. I am recalibrating the planetary scanner to search for traces of the fungal resin's energy spectrum. I think you enjoy challenging me, Ashley.
As a matter of fact, I do, Mr. Riggs. There's no better way to spend the day.
Challenge completed. I found a remote area of the swamp, near the ocean. Quantum scans indicate that it is relatively young and should contain substantial amounts of resin. I have marked it on the planetary scanner interface.
Perfect.
Jump successful. We are on the edge of the fungal swamp, Ashley. This area is mostly flooded, so it is going to be difficult to find land that we can build on.
We know how to build efficient outposts, so that's probably the easiest part. Let's look for a good spot for an outpost and try to find some resin trees while we're at it. Okay, we found the first resin tree. It looks very healthy. The resin is dripping off of it. This entire area looks a lot more fresh and lively than the other parts of the fungal swamp that we visited.
This area is one of the youngest parts of the swamp. It should not be difficult to find more of these fungal fruit bodies.
This giant fungus must be using the properties of the resin to transform the environment to a form that allows it to spread further.
I think that is a very probable assumption. However, would you call it an invasive species under these circumstances?
I guess we could, but I think that the rate at which this is happening and the geographical limitations prevent it from being a threat. However, if you're worried about that, you should notice that diverting some of the fungal resin to the center of the swamp might slow its growth, while making sure that the entire organism remains in balance.
You know that that is not what I was trying to say. But if you insist on manually steering an incredibly complex biological ecosystem, then please, go ahead.
I never said that nature can make the best decisions for itself. I think we can help it.
Under attack. Outpost construction is on the way, Ashley.
Excellent, Mr. Riggs. We have to compress a lot of resin to bring the great mushroom tree up to strength.
Remember that we can defend our pipelines with floating towers. We only have to provide them with AI cores and ammunition. So as long as we have a lot of power, we can build reliable defenses even on water.
We have to connect our pipelines to more than a few resin trees to gather enough resin for the great mushroom tree. Thankfully, we can connect all of the resin pipelines into a single network. I'm having strong flashbacks from our encounter with the X-Morph and the Morphium Lakes. Speaking of which, we could take advantage of Morphium towers if we transport some of that liquid here.
Consciousness returning.
Was that another memory rearrangement glitch?
What glitch?
You're freaking me out.
I do not understand what you are talking about.
I just heard you speaking with that X-Morph voice.
Don't worry, Ashley. That was just some hallucination. I am detecting a lot of movement heading our way, Ashley. We should strengthen our defenses.
There's never a dull moment. We can take advantage of the fungal resin that's abundant in this place and set up some shield generators or heavy artillery to defend this outpost.
Research completed. Around our base.
Under attack. wind is slowing down. The air is getting dense. A fog is forming up.
This fog is very dense. It's affecting the efficiency of our solar panels and wind turbines. Based on my calculations, it shouldn't last for long.
Base is under attack. A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction. Base is under attack.
The fog is clearing up.
One of our buildings has been destroyed. Research completed. aggressive horde is amassing near our base. Prepare to defend our base. A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Fungal resin compression level is increasing, but we still have to connect more resin trays to liquid compressors. Warning! An aggressive horde is amassing near our base. Prepare to defend our base. Base is under attack. I have new information about the fungal species, Ashley.
Finally, what can you tell me about it?
We should be careful about what types of weapons we use against it. The soft fungal layers make it very resistant to explosions from artillery, rockets, or other standard area of effect weapons.
Okay, so how do we kill it?
Heat-based weapons should be good against them, but I need more data samples to confirm that.
It looks like the weather is calming down. Wind is getting slower. The wind is very slow today. technology has been developed. New buildings are available.
Fungal resin compression level is increasing, but we still have to connect more resin trees to liquid compressors. Detected an unusually large creature roaming the nearby area.
Sounds like an interesting research specimen. We should go to its location and see what we can learn.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Wind is picking up again.
Warning! A new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest. This creature is extremely hostile. It can be dangerous to our base.
Kill it before it kills us. We'll finish researching it in the lab.
Threat neutralized.
I wonder what made it so aggressive. Maybe we can learn something important after researching it in a lab.
our base. A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Group of creatures is heading towards our base. Prepare for an incoming attack.